Hi everybody, my name's Jeremy and today I'm at the 2024 Canadian International Auto Show and we're going to take a first look at the Kia EV9 7-passenger SUV. Well, let's get into it. You can get this vehicle in a couple of different models. Starting off with, there's something called the light rear wheel drive. This one comes with a smaller battery, a 76.1 kilowatt hour battery. This one is offered with rear wheel drive, 215 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. You can then upgrade to a long-range version of this called the Wind rear-wheel drive. That'll have the same drivetrain, same horsepower, but a much bigger battery. This one comes with a 99.8 kilowatt-hour battery, and this one has the longest range of them all. This one can go up to 489 kilometers on a single charge. Now here in Canada, we're likely to go with the all-wheel drive versions of these vehicles. Now they call this the Land all-wheel drive, or you can opt for the GT line package. They come with 379 horsepower or 443 pound-feet of torque. Now they offer a mode called FOD, and with that turned on, the torque goes up to 516 pound-feet, and if you opt for the GT line package, it always offers that 516 pound-feet of torque. Now this isn't the lightest vehicle on the planet. The lightest version of this would be the light rear-wheel drive with the smaller battery. This one has a curb weight of about 5,093 pounds, but if you spec the all-wheel drive GT line package as the heaviest of all of them, it's 5,886 pounds. Now for the 0 to 60 times, if you go for the slowest version of this vehicle, which would be the rear-wheel drive long range, it'll take 8.8 seconds to go 0 to 60, but if you opt for the GT line or the all-wheel drive versions with something called FOD on, you can get your 0 to 60 time down to around 5 seconds flat. So one of the reasons why you would get an SUV this large is because you have a lot of stuff to carry, and this vehicle has lots of options in that department. With all of the seats up behind the third row, there's 572 liters of storage space or 20.2 cubic feet. Now if you put that third row down, there is 1,231 liters of space or 43.5 cubic feet. Now, if you've just made a trip to IKEA and you have a lot of stuff to bring home, if you put all the seats down behind the first row, 2,313 liters of usable space or 81.7 cubic feet. Now we're taking a look at the back seats inside the Kia EV9, and this is the 6-seater configuration. It's available in a 6 or 7 seat, and one of the most interesting features is that there is heated and cooled seats in the second row. Now as you can see, I'm 6'1" tall and there's plenty of room for my head, and there's also lots of room for my legs. There is also cup holders available for the rear seat passengers and USB charging ports, and one of the most interesting features is there is rear heat in an electric vehicle. This one offers heat from a world-class heat pump system. Kia and Hyundai were one of the first to the market with the heat pump that actually draws heat from the coolant surrounding the motor, the charger, the battery, the inverters, anything that creates heat, that heat pump will draw from. Now it's even more interesting when they actually make that as rear heat for the vehicle, so that heat pump system has to work that much harder. I am really looking forward to see how this system works with these cold winters here in Canada. Now one of the best parts of electric vehicles is the fact that you get a little bit more storage room up front. Unlike the other Hyundai Kia vehicles, they've actually given you some usable space here. There's 3.2 cubic feet or 90.6 liters of extra storage space. Now one of the reasons I'm at the auto show here today is to actually get to drive this vehicle. Offered by Plug-in Drive, there are EV test drives available for anyone. So let's take a look and see what my first impressions were. Okay, let's start this test drive. Wow, for a big vehicle, that thing gets moving very quickly. Let's see how something this size goes around the corners here. Very nimble on his feet for something of this size. I've driven Palisades and you get a little bit of a delay when you go to take off. You don't get that in this vehicle. And the brakes are blended very smooth. We come to a very smooth stop there.
There'll be a fork in the road around this corner. We'll stay left.
I'll take out the Aria while we're at it.
It's ugly. So have at it.
The irony is this vehicle costs right around the same as the Nissan Ariya if you get a package somewhere in the middle. And you have to think what kind of value you get with this car. If it starts at around $66,000, that's what I paid for my car. And you're getting a 7-seater SUV for that with almost a 100 kilowatt hour battery. The value for money in this vehicle is just incredible. It's actually a bigger vehicle than the Tesla Model X with a near same size battery. This one also boasts one of the fastest charging times in the industry. You can go from 10 to 80% in only 18 minutes. The average charge time I've seen across a lot of vehicles in this segment is still around 43 minutes.
We're going to go right this time.
Okay.
And then we'll take the right-hand lane once we're in there.
All the way to the red line.
All the way up to the red line.
Perfect. Well, we're nearing the end of this video, and I just wanted to wrap up some of my thoughts on this. We haven't talked about price yet. That is one of the biggest deals when it comes to this vehicle. Kia and Hyundai have done a great job keeping their EVs affordable for the masses. You would be surprised to find out that you can actually get this vehicle starting at around 63,000 Canadian for the light rear-wheel drive. But that one does have a smaller battery, so let's be realistic here. In Canada, you're likely to start right around $66,000 for a long-range rear-wheel drive. If you opt for the Land all-wheel drive package, that's around $68,000 here in Canada. It doesn't have all the features of the GT line, but what do you need? You really need the range, and you really need the all-wheel drive. So $68,000 is only $2,000 more than I spent on my Model 3 long range at the time. And to think, just like I said in the test drive video there, you're getting an all-wheel drive, almost 100 kilowatt hour, 7-passenger SUV for that money. It's just incredible the kind of value that Kia and Hyundai can bring to the world with their EVs. Now, if you step up to the premium package in the Land all-wheel drive, that's another $10,000. So you're looking about $78,000 Canadian, and the absolute top spec GT line package, which is the one that I drove today with all the bells and whistles, incredible build quality, and that beautiful blue paint, that's sitting right around $82,000 Canadian. Now, I want to know what you think about this vehicle. I'm hoping to do a review on this one soon as I get my hands on it. Stay tuned for that. And if you like the video, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.